Welcome to the Garden of Olivia. This channel is a gardening vlog where I'm going to post about my new hobby, growing vegetables. I started to dabble with this in October of 2021. I am no expert and honestly mainly use YouTube for research on how to grow vegetables. It has been great seeing my progress and ability to start growing vegetables from seed and see my plants thrive. I do struggle with consistency. Some examples, like with the watering schedule, when to start my seedlings, and journaling the garden progress, because guess what? Life gets busy. Like this year, I didn't start seedlings in January. I started in March. But my hope with this channel is to track my progress, so when I look back, I can see my growth, but also build a community of like-minded subscribers. We have the space to grow, we want to grow, but we have so many things to juggle, and we aren't perfect. But one thing I know, being out in the sun and gardening is a therapeutic practice to de-stress, and it makes me feel happy. So I'm not going to give it up. Watching all the top experts here on YouTube for gardening, you can suddenly feel like you can't do it or that you may need more skills to start. But guess what? You can. If I can, you can too. Start small. When I started in 2021, I started with a small raised bed I bought from Home Depot and did the square foot gardening method and bought a survival seed packet. I started cilantro, carrots, bell peppers, kale, beets, corn, pumpkin, Roma tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and green onions. Everything thrived except the pumpkins and corn. I then dabbled with melon, sugar baby watermelon, and cucumbers. I only got 2 melons, but it wasn't that sweet. Same with the sugar baby watermelon. The cucumbers thrived, but I dealt with a pest that looked like a moth, and then I would find small holes in the cucumbers with something clear and gooey coming out. It wasn't sightly, and it was highly annoying. I was able to get rid of the moth-like pest and enjoy some cucumbers. But I say all this because you will face gardening challenges. Just don't take it personal. Keep trying. And if it didn't work this year, try next year. Here, I'm prepping the soil so I can plant a Roma tomato. So this is like a bigger raised bed that my husband and I built. We saw some ideas on YouTube of how to build, not of this raised bed specifically, but just a raised bed with like having a wall. And so then we decided to just get the wood that we thought would be perfect for a 10 feet long and then like 3.5 feet wide and 3.5 feet high. And it actually served for like a privacy wall from in our backyard, and as well it's gonna serve for a trellis, and you'll see eventually in the video how big it is. But in this raised bed so far, I have a basil plant, as you can see there, and this year is the first time that I'm actually planting marigolds, which, you know, from my research it shows that those are good companion plants to deter pests. So I really want to try to see if that would keep the pests away from the cucumbers. And I didn't do the square foot method here. Like in November, I had grew cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, and I just sporadically planted. And from that experience, I realized I want to go back to the square foot method because it's just, I want to take advantage of all the space that I have in this bed. And it's been really comfortable because I don't really have to bend down at all. So I'm just really standing It's easy on my knees because I don't have to bend down, and it's easy on my back as well. So don't be afraid. What I can say is just don't be afraid to try new things, try to plant things. Like these marigolds, I don't know how big they'll get, but I think they've been doing good. I actually put a banana plant in this raised bed. It was dying basically. It had a whole year in a grow bag, a raised grow bag, and it was dying. And when I put it in there, we put a lot of compost that we actually buy from this landscaping kind of farm. They make the compost and it's really good. And now it's thriving. It's throwing new leaves out. It's even throwing out one of the baby banana plants on the side. There's a lot of things to think about when gardening, but if you're thinking about starting, I would say do it. Don't think much about it. Just find the seed packets or find the transplants that you want and go at it. A lot of people will come around saying, I don't know how you can do that. I don't have a green thumb. But if you're already thinking negative, you're already 50% going to fail. So I always try to have a positive mindset when I'm planting. And even if some do die, I know that I can still grow more. And so I hope you guys follow along and subscribe. And again, I'm just trying to build a community of followers that want to grow, but we know we're not experts. And I don't see myself becoming an expert. I don't want to be one of those gurus. I just want to grow because I think it's fun. I think it helps my mental health and my mood. And I get my kids outside, they enjoy it, and it's better than just being on the computer all day, especially with work. And you'll find a lot of joy and peace in having a place where you can just come and see these living plants and just enjoy. Like and subscribe and share the Garden of Olivia, and keep coming back. I am looking to post every Wednesday and Saturday just so you can see the progress. And if you have any comments, let me know.